Las Colinas. I'm cutting out soon right here. The Smashing Pumpkins song. Yeah, you can see it. And I cut off here. And I'm doing this. Not to sound all Charlie Manson. But to avoid the pigs. I'm just joking. Just joking. I'm joking. Once upon a time in Hollywood, you're gonna avoid the pigs. Now Hollywood's everywhere. Hollywood is taking over the world, my friend. I'm going to take over the world, Pinky. Yes, Orson Welles, I summoned him in Maine. I'm going to take over the world, Pinky. No, I don't know. That would be boring. There's too many people taking over the world. Probably the people that end up taking over the world are people that are not trying to take over the world. Like, I don't want the freaking world. Next thing you know, they give it to you. They always give you the thing that you don't want. You know, like, I want the world. And then they don't give it to you. Like, I don't want the world, and they give it to you. And you say, I do not want the world, and they just plop it down. Yet the things that you don't ask for are the things that they give you. Like, please, can I have a cracker? No. I don't want a cracker. And then they give you, like, the whole box. It's always the opposite of what you ask for. I don't know. It appears to be that way in my life. I don't know. You ask for something, you end up getting the opposite. This is kind of like a radio show, right? But with maybe visual, television, radio. I don't really know if it's TV. I like to consider it film. But there's films on YouTube, so I don't know. I don't really care whatever it is. I mean, it's probably a film. Ooh, that looks weird. Oh, because of those lights that are looking. Okay. Anyway. Oh, I wanted to make a comment about SoundCloud. What's interesting about SoundCloud is it actually was invented, or it came out of Stockholm. So it came out of Stockholm. But it's established in Germany, Berlin. And here's my theory on this puppy. So, the Germans got very good, and I may have posted this before, but the Germans have gotten very, very good at recording people, especially back when Russia got involved right after World War II, before the Berlin Wall was even really created. You had the Allies, which were the east, and you had the Wessis, which were the west. Sie sprechen Deutsch nicht so gut. But in the Wessi, they eventually became democratic. Or they became pretty much like the capitalists, even today. They're a free country. But the Allies became controlled by Russia because they wanted to rebuild Germany, all of Germany. So what did they do? Well, first they made it communist, or they made it socialist, right? The Allies. And they became very, 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 very skilled at recording people, just as they are now. Berlin's still doing it. That's where SoundCloud is coming off of. SoundCloud is in control of not just music, but SoundCloud is in control of audio, right? That's what they are. They're an audio company, recording, like, not just music, anything. I put plays on there. What's cool about SoundCloud, too, is that you can go to SoundCloud and guess, is this a reproduction of Pink Floyd? Or is this actually Pink Floyd, which it can be if you pay. But you can record, because they're experts of audio, so you can record Pink Floyd off of a amp or off of a speaker that's really good, and then just send it up to SoundCloud. Anybody can listen to it because it's a recording of Pink Floyd, the band, right? Any band. I mean, it could be the Beatles, it could be anybody. It could be Bob Dylan, it could be Jay-Z, it doesn't matter. But when you record it, it's reproduced. And it's perfectly legal to do that because you're listening to the sound of something. What you can't do is take the original recording and apply it to SoundCloud without charging money. Because that way, the musician gets credit for that original recording. But you can reproduce their music all you want. That means if you have a really, people have been trying to put the musicians out of business for a long time. And if you have a really, really good speaker and a really, really good recording device, you can record that device and reproduce it on SoundCloud, and anybody can listen to it for free, and nobody can get sued in court because you're recording a sound. It's almost like a fight between non-diegetic music and diegetic music in film, but it's not really that at all. What it is it's just someone maybe recording a song off of a speaker. But they have a very good sound recording device, and then they release it on SoundCloud for free for anyone to listen to. They do some similar stuff on YouTube, only they can record something off a television screen and do a reproduction. I just watched Drugstore Cowboy by Gus Van Sant, and it was a reproduction of his movie. It's perfectly free on YouTube, but it has to be like Letterboxd or something. And it's real annoying, and you watch it for a while, and you're like, this isn't really, Drugstore Cowboy. So you end up like not watching it because it's free. You can watch it for free because it's coming out of YouTube. The same thing with SoundCloud. You can listen to a reproduction of like Pink Floyd The Wall coming off someone's really nice speaker going into a really nice microphone, and then they post it up on SoundCloud. So SoundCloud is basically different from Spotify. It's not really like an AM radio station, but you could probably say it's that maybe at times. But it's endless, man. It's like great. You can sit there and listen to it all night long, and some of the recordings are good and some of them are okay. And I think some of the really bad recordings are great too. But it's fun. It's more fun than Spotify. Even though Spotify is commercial, because everything that's going on Spotify is usually the original recordings, or as close as they can get to it, because they charge for Spotify. SoundCloud does charge, and I think SoundCloud is even a little more expensive if you get a pre-mill package with SoundCloud. So basically, this is more of a SoundCloud post, and so I'll just, enable it, or I'll just post SoundCloud slash Spotify, I guess, slash YouTube. I don't know. I'm just going to put it under my date. Just put it under the date. I'm not going to really do a review anyway. I just wanted to talk about those three things. But SoundCloud is really cool. I've been listening to it tonight, and it's all over the place. I even have my own SoundCloud. I do my own music on SoundCloud. SoundCloud Music is what it'll be. Oh, and I have a theater group, too, on SoundCloud. It's called the SoundCloud Studio Theater Group, and we've done 3 plays. The 3 plays that we've done is Hidden Drive. We've also done another play called Russian Butterfly, but it's also titled Russian Better Fly, which is a political play, and kind of a, I don't think it's misogynistic. I think it's probably more feminine, but it's about scandals that are coming out of Russia. That one's called Russian Butterfly. And then the 3rd play is called In Store, which is about banking industry in Texas. And a lot of other stuff, political stuff. So all 3 are kind of political plays. And they're on SoundCloud. And this will be called SoundCloud Post Plays. Or you know what? I know what I'm going to entitle it. I'm going to entitle it the SoundCloud Studio Theater Group. So the SoundCloud Studio Theater Group. That's what this post will be. SoundCloud Studio Theater Group. This one's for Orson Welles. Orson Welles, I know you had the Mercury Theater. I have the SoundCloud Studio Theater Group. For Pinky.